Cancer, I know what you did. That moment, when you quietly reached out to help someone, with no photos, no status updates, no one knowing, and no words of bragging. You didn't do it because you needed anyone to see it. You did it because your heart whispered, "This is the right thing to do." You think everything passed as if it never happened. But someone saw it, and that someone is not a human being. The universe saw it. There are moments in life that feel like nothing more than small, fleeting acts, but in truth, they open doors you never even knew you were standing before. And then, without warning, you begin to feel something you can't quite explain. Opportunities showing up at just the right time. Certain doors closing gently, as if someone is arranging them. A calm, protective energy wrapping around you, reminding you, you're not alone. This is not random, Cancer. This is the response to a seed of love and kindness you planted in silence, where no one could see but the universe recorded it in golden letters. And today, we're going to open the story of what is coming to you, something that could change the way you see life itself. If you're reading these words, let me know you're ready by leaving a comment. I am ready to receive blessings from the universe. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the messages that are meant just for you. Now, make yourself a cup of your favorite tea or coffee, sit down somewhere comfortable, because this journey will keep you hooked from start to finish. Cancer, do you remember that moment? That quiet moment when you stepped forward and offered help to someone, even though no one asked you to, and no one promised anything in return. You didn't take a picture. You didn't post about it. You didn't tell a soul. You just did it. Because something deep inside your heart whispered, this is the right thing to do. Maybe that day you were already overwhelmed or rushing somewhere, but you still paused. You still made space for someone else's pain. Maybe you helped a stranger carry a heavy bag up the stairs, or sent a soft message to a friend who was breaking on the inside, even though you knew they'd never bring it up again. Or maybe, in a quiet act no one saw, you gave up an opportunity, a job, a place, a connection for someone who needed it more, not expecting them to remember, not expecting a thank you. It all passed in silence. No applause, no spotlight, no grand moment. Just stillness. Just you and the universe. Cancer, you may think no one saw what you did, but the universe did. The eyes of the universe are not here to count your flaws or hold your failures. They are here to witness the light. And that moment, the one you thought was small, it was seen. It was recorded. There is a law, quiet and invisible, that governs this world in ways our human eyes can't track. Every pure act of love, especially the kind done in silence, sends out a ripple, and that ripple travels far, crossing space, crossing time, through realms we can't see. One day, it circles back, and it doesn't return empty. It returns stronger, fuller, richer than when it first left your hands. But this kind of energy is rare. These ripples only form when the giving is real. No expectation, no ego, no desire to be admired. Not when we do something good just to be noticed. That energy isn't pure enough. It can't activate the magic. But when you give from the heart, just because it's right, when you offer love without needing anyone to witness it, that's when a seed is planted deep in the unseen soil of the universe. And Cancer, that seed is now beginning to bloom. Have you felt it? The way things around you have started to shift quietly, almost imperceptibly. Opportunities showing up without warning, as if they were placed exactly where you would see them. Doors you thought had closed, suddenly unlocking. People showing up, not with loud declarations, but with exactly the advice, help, or warmth you needed. Even moments that once seemed like they were falling apart are now gently coming back together. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is what happens when you choose love over indifference, when you act from the soul and not from the ego. Somewhere, written in glowing golden ink in the journal of the universe, your name is there, underlined, protected, honored, next to the words, "This soul can be trusted. This heart gives without needing to take." When the universe sees a heart like that, it starts to open doors, not just to bless you, but to flow through you. So, pay attention, Cancer. From now on, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in the way life flows around you. You'll sense a quiet guidance, like something soft is pulling you toward what's meant for you. You'll find yourself in the right places, at the right time, with the right people, not because you planned it, but because something greater arranged it all for you. And I need you to know, this is only the beginning. That one act of kindness you offered in silence, it was like dropping a stone into still water. Now the ripples are reaching far and wide. Some of them are already carrying back gifts you never even thought to ask for. Miracles you didn't chase. Moments you never knew were possible. And if right now, somewhere in your chest, you feel the faintest glow like a quiet, knowing that something good is coming, trust it. That knowing is real. It's not your imagination. It's a signal. It's the universe whispering, "Get ready." So if you believe that something is unfolding behind the scenes, if you believe your kindness didn't go unnoticed, then leave a comment. I am ready to receive blessings from the universe. Like and subscribe, so you won't miss the messages meant only for you. Now, go make yourself a warm cup of your favorite tea or coffee. Sit somewhere peaceful, and let me tell you the story that's unfolding. The one that began with a small, unseen act of love, but holds the power to change your life forever. Cancer. You are one of the most emotionally intelligent, deeply intuitive, and heart-centered signs of the zodiac. You're not always loud, but when you care with your whole soul. You hold space for others without needing attention. You create safety in your presence. And most people don't realize how much strength it takes to carry that kind of emotional responsibility. But then came a moment, a very sacred one, where you did something different. You didn't just protect or comfort someone. You chose to give, quietly, without needing to be seen. You stepped out of your shell, not to be recognized, but to simply do what felt right. No cameras, no audience, no retelling of the story, just you, your heart, and the stillness of knowing you did the right thing. There's a line in this world that most people don't see. It's the line between doing good to be seen and doing good simply because it's right. When someone helps others, while secretly hoping for praise or recognition, even if the outcome is good, the energy carries a subtle weight of expectation. That expectation is like a thin veil. It stops the energy from traveling far. It may create a moment of good, but it's temporary. It fades. It doesn't echo. But when you, Cancer, act out of true care, when you give, just because your heart tells you to, the energy shifts entirely. You step into a higher frequency. This energy is pure. It's clean. It's not touched by ego or calculation or strategy. It's like a small candle lit in complete darkness. And that tiny flame has the power to reach across time, space, and spirit. In that moment, you didn't just help someone. You sent a powerful message into the universe, a signal that said, "I can be trusted. I place love above all else." And that signal never disappears. That moment of yours, that quiet, loving moment, lifted your soul above the ego. You didn't do it to be noticed. You did it because you couldn't not do it. And that, Cancer, is the golden key. The kind that opens doors no effort, no logic, no resume ever could. Because the universe works on a principle far older than any system made by man. Those who give unconditionally will always be given back, not in ways that make sense, but in ways that feel like miracles. And here's something you must understand. No matter how capable, caring, or hardworking you are, there will always be things that exist outside your control. That's where the magic of unconditional love steps in. When you do the right thing, just because it's right, the universe begins to move. It rearranges situations. It places people in your path. It opens doors you never knew existed, not because you chased them, but because your heart made you ready to receive them. Take a breath and think back over the last few weeks or months. Has something shifted? Have things that once felt hard started to flow more easily? Have certain people shown up exactly when you needed them, even though you didn't ask? Or did a new path open one you never would have imagined, but somehow feels perfect for where you are now? That, Cancer, is not coincidence. That is the universe responding to the purity of the love you gave when no one was watching. From this moment on, you'll begin to notice that every single choice you make from the heart, not for recognition, not out of guilt, but from truth, will invite new miracles into your life. And here's the most beautiful part. The blessings don't stop with you. They flow outward, to the people you touch, to the souls you inspire, to the ones who will follow your example and begin to plant seeds of their own. Without even trying, you become the center of a circle of light. A quiet one, a gentle one, but a powerful one. If you're still here, if these words have stirred something in you, that knowing, that soft ache that says, "Yes, I've done this before," then let yourself feel it. And if you believe, truly believe, that love, when given freely, always finds its way back, leave a comment. I believe in the power of pure love. Like and subscribe so we can keep walking this path together. Because in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how this blessing, the one already headed your way, is being personalized for you, depending on when you were born under the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Every person born under your sign carries a unique emotional rhythm, a sacred inner world, and a story shaped by deep waters. And this time, the blessing that the universe is preparing for you isn't generic. It carries a specific signature, a frequency matched to your birth energy. Because while all Cancers share that nurturing spirit, each of you has walked a slightly different path, with different wounds, different awakenings, different gifts. But one thing remains the same. This blessing was set into motion the moment you chose to give from the heart, quietly and unconditionally. And now, I want to open the messages the universe has written just for you, each one sealed with your soul's date of arrival into this world. For Cancers born from the 21st of June to the 1st of July, this is a season when your emotional wisdom and inner strength rise to new heights. You'll feel a greater sense of clarity, especially around family, purpose, and the way you've always held others together, often without being acknowledged. The blessing coming to you may take the form of long-awaited recognition or a life-changing role that allows you to lead from the heart. Whether it's stepping into a position of influence, being asked to mentor someone deeply, or having a dream project unfold in your hands. This is no accident. The universe is saying, you've proven you can carry others with grace now, it's time to be trusted with more. You're no longer just the emotional anchor behind the scenes. You're becoming a lighthouse for others to follow. For Cancers born from the 2nd of July to the 11th of July, your blessing will come in the form of a healing relationship, one that doesn't ask you to hide your softness, your fears, or your depth. This person will not test you or ask you to shrink. They will see you, and in their presence, you'll feel safe to be exactly who you are. No mask, no performance, no emotional armor. You've spent so much of your life adjusting to make others comfortable, carrying burdens in silence, offering love without asking for it in return. But now, love is coming to offer itself to you. A kind of love that feels like coming home. A love that says, you don't have to fix everything. Just let yourself be held. This is not just a connection. It's a mirror, a sanctuary, a gentle restoration of the belief that you are worthy of receiving love fully and freely. For Cancers born from the 12th of July to the 22nd of July, your blessing will arrive as a soul-deep awakening to your life's mission. You may begin to feel a sudden click, as if the past no longer feels fragmented, but purposeful. Everything you've endured, the heartbreaks, the intuition that was ignored, the patterns you had to break, it's all about to make sense. You'll see why you were given the emotional range you have, the empathy, the instinct to protect. It wasn't random. It was preparation. Because now, you're being called to something greater, whether it's a creative calling, a healing path, or a leadership role within your community. You're going to feel your life shifting into alignment with your soul's original blueprint. And with that awareness comes peace, direction, and a powerful sense of being exactly where you're meant to be, no matter which group you belong to. All Cancers in this sacred window of time will share one unmistakable experience: the feeling of being guided, protected, and softly redirected toward everything that's meant for them. You'll notice things falling into place without your usual effort. Conversations, connections, and choices aligning with perfect timing, almost like the universe is leaving little breadcrumbs for you to follow. Even people who once drained or challenged you will either shift their energy or gently fade out of your life without conflict. But I want you to remember this. This is not luck. This is not random. This is return. This is what happens when you live in alignment with love, especially the kind that's offered with no witness, no reward, no expectation. The universe doesn't just give you back what you gave. It amplifies it. It enhances it. It wraps it in divine timing and delivers it to you when your heart is truly ready to receive. So, Cancer, open your heart. Welcome what's coming without fear or doubt, because it was created specifically for you. And if you believe this blessing is on its way, leave a comment. I open my heart to receive my blessing. Like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Because in the next part, I'm going to show you how to recognize the signs, the subtle signals that your blessing is drawing closer every single day, so you never miss a moment of the magic the universe is weaving just for you. Cancer, have you noticed lately that life feels like it's softening around the edges? The things that once stirred anxiety inside you now seem to resolve themselves more gently, like waves smoothing over sand. It's not that you're avoiding your problems or turning away from responsibility. It's something deeper, like an invisible current, is reshaping your path, moving obstacles without chaos. You can't fully explain it. You can't point to one reason, But you feel it, that subtle shift, that quiet grace. And this is one of the first signs that your blessing is drawing near. When the universe begins responding to the seed of love you planted, especially the kind you gave without expecting anything in return, the energy around you begins to align. Life doesn't shout it out loud. Instead, it moves quietly, like a hand smoothing out wrinkles in time. And you, Cancer, so sensitive to energy, so attuned to the unseen, are the first to notice. Even before the blessing arrives, your soul begins to sense the change. One of the clearest signals is a deep sense of peace, showing up without a logical reason. Peace not because everything's suddenly perfect, but because your heart knows things will be okay. There's a quiet whisper inside you now, and it says, you are being guided. You wake up feeling lighter than before. The weight on your shoulders doesn't press as hard. Worries may still exist, but they no longer rule your thoughts. Instead, there's calm, a gentle trust, an inner knowing that something good is taking shape, even if you can't see it yet. Then come the moments that feel like fate but arrive like coincidence. A conversation that turns into clarity. A message from someone you hadn't spoken to in years. And suddenly, it opens a door you didn't even know existed. Or you hear a lyric, read a line, find a quote, and somehow, it says exactly what your soul needed to hear. These aren't accidents. They are signs, clues, breadcrumbs from the universe reminding you, you're on the right path. Don't stop walking. What's important to understand is that these experiences aren't random. They are replies. Responses to the frequency your heart is now vibrating on. Because when you act from pure love, not for applause, not for approval, you send out a message that echoes into the universe. I am ready to step into something greater. And when the universe hears that, it lifts you into a new energetic space. The space of grace, protection, and divine timing. In this space, nothing feels forced. Things come together when they're meant to. Not too early, not too late. You begin to see meaning where, before, there was only noise. Challenges stop feeling like punishments and start feeling like stepping stones. And maybe most beautifully of all, you start to realize you're no longer walking alone. Even in solitude, you feel accompanied. Even in uncertainty, you feel held, as if the universe has wrapped a soft hand around your shoulder and whispered, I've got you. So Cancer, if you've been feeling these things, the peace, the synchronicities, the gentle shift in energy, then trust what your intuition is telling you. Your blessing is near. This is the time to open your heart even wider, to be ready to receive, and to keep doing what you do best, loving sincerely, caring deeply, showing up with quiet strength. Because when you live in this frequency, blessings don't just find you, they stay with you, and they grow. If you're seeing these signs in your own life right now, leave a comment. I am ready for something good. Like and subscribe so we can keep walking this journey together. Because in the next part, I'll show you how to take this blessing and turn it into something even bigger, a chain of miracles that reaches far beyond what you ever imagined. Cancer. Sometimes, the quietest moments become the biggest turning points in a soul's journey. Do you remember? That one silent act of love when you helped someone without needing to be noticed. No spotlight, no audience, no announcement, just you, following your heart. At the time, it felt simple, natural, like something you were born to do. But to the universe, that moment was everything. It was an energetic signal, a sacred code that said, "This heart is ready. This soul can be trusted." That act, Cancer, wasn't about proving anything to the world. It was a mirror for you to realize who you really are. When no one is looking, you didn't need praise to be kind. You didn't need validation to offer love. And by doing that, you passed the test that most people never even know they're taking. You showed the universe that if you were given more influence, more power, more opportunity, you would use it not to elevate yourself, but to uplift others. And that's exactly why, right now, the universe is preparing to give you more than ever before. Not just in the form of money or material gain, though those things may arrive in surprising ways, but in the form of inner strength, resilience, vision, and emotional clarity. Dreams you once shelved because you didn't have the time, the energy, or the resources, they're coming back to life. People you thought were out of reach will show up to support you not just as helpers, but as believers. They won't just open doors for you, they'll ask you to lead. And along with these blessings comes a deeper mission. You're not just being asked to receive, you're being invited to become a blessing yourself. You may find yourself drawn into spaces where your energy, your compassion, your sensitivity, your intuition reaches far beyond the limits of your current circle. A project, a movement, a cause, a conversation that opens a door. Suddenly, the people who once only benefited from your quiet love are now looking to you to guide, to inspire, to hold space on a bigger scale. Imagine this. Every person you help carries your energy forward. Every time you share encouragement, offer wisdom, or create a safe space, it becomes a ripple that travels further than you'll ever know. You won't just be a soft presence in someone's life. You'll be the reason someone didn't give up, the reason someone believed again. Slowly but surely, you become the center of a growing web of light, each thread connected to a soul you've touched, without even realizing it. But with this growing influence comes a new responsibility. The universe doesn't hand over this kind of energy casually. It's not just for you, it's through you. Because now, your voice will matter in rooms that shape people's lives. You'll be called upon when someone needs direction, when a space needs truth, or when a community needs someone to lead from the heart. And when that happens, I want you to remember, it all began with one moment, one quiet act of kindness, a moment that asked nothing in return and gave everything in purpose. So, Cancer, prepare yourself. This next chapter is about impact, the kind of impact that doesn't demand attention, but changes lives anyway. Don't shy away. You've already proven that your strength doesn't need to be loud. You've shown that you can carry power without ego and walk through pressure without breaking. Now, it's time to bring that quiet leadership into the light, to merge your humility with your strength and lead in the only way you know how, through love, because real influence isn't about how many people know your name. It's about how many people feel safer, stronger, and more seen just because you exist. This new mission will ask for your patience, your consistency, and your deep emotional clarity. But as you continue planting seeds with words, with presence, with care, your circle of light will grow wider than you've ever imagined. And if you feel ready for that, if you're ready not just to receive blessings, but to become one, then leave a comment. I am ready to be trusted. Like and subscribe so we can continue this path together. Because from here on, your journey isn't just about what you're given. It's about what you give and how the universe will return it, multiplied beyond belief. Cancer, As we close today's journey, I want you to take this message with you. Everything you've heard, felt, and remembered is not just a story, it's a truth meant to be lived. Every small act of kindness you've offered, no matter how unseen, has left a mark on the energetic web of the universe. And that mark will return not just with gifts, but with purpose. The greatest truth you can carry is this: you don't need a perfect moment to start. The moment is now. Say something kind. Offer someone your attention. Reach out, even silently. You don't know how far that ripple might go. You don't know whose life it might change. But the universe does, and it's already preparing the response. And if at any point on this path you begin to feel lost or unsure, remember this: what comes from the heart will always lead you back home. When you live in alignment with your highest self, opportunities will arrive, people will show up, and even your hardest days will become bridges to something greater. If this message has stirred something inside you, if it reminds you of a moment when you helped someone from the heart, leave a comment. Share your story. Let this be part of the ripple. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay close because we're not done yet. There are more messages coming, more moments of magic waiting, more light ready to flow through you. Cancer, never forget, the universe sees you. It remembers, and it always responds to a pure heart with blessings far beyond expectation. I believe your next one is closer than you think. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll keep walking this sacred journey together.